Hey yo, what up YouTube world? It's your boy Monte back with another video. It's a new year. It ain't time. We ain't got time to waste. It's time to get straight to it. Alright. So with that being said, I want y'all to take a look above me on my board. The word for the day is due diligence. Okay? And I want by the time I'm done with this video, I hope that is drilled into your mind to do your own due diligence. And what I mean by due diligence, I don't just mean by watching a whole bunch of videos. I mean to actually go and fact check what I'm saying. Speak with people who do this for real. If you do not, believe my words. Okay? Now I know you're looking at the title and you guys are ready to drive me up a wall. But I'm here to tell you, I ain't scared of none of you. Bring all the smoke, okay? Because everything that I'm speaking on right now is factual. It's not something I heard. It's not something that I think. It's something that I have experienced and dealt with other owner operators who have experienced similar things, who don't have a channel to come and speak to you guys and tell you the truth before you go out here and throw your life savings away, hopping into this business with false expectations. Okay, so once again, due diligence is the word of the day. Do your due diligence. Okay, so with that being said, before we get into this video, I need a couple things from you guys. Like this video because it's gonna be fire. Okay, subscribe to the channel because we're giving you the truth all the time, all kind of tidbits to really help you out in your career, not just try to get our views and likes up. All right, it's truly about giving you guys some content that's valuable. All right, so like I said, anybody with an educated opinion with real experience in this business, please leave comments below. If you don't apply, if you don't have experience, you just telling me what you heard, what you think, what your boyfriend told you, what your best friend told you, this ain't for you. All right, just listen and learn and not speak because you ain't ready. This ain't your conversation. But if you listen, I promise I'm gonna give you some value. So, Hotshot trucking is for suckers. Okay, of course, that is a clickbait title. I don't mean you're a sucker for wanting to try a business venture, this, that, and the third. But what I'm telling you is that within the industry, this is how it is looked upon because hotshot truckers are preyed upon by not only the DOT, but by brokers and by everybody else, equipment providers. Everybody in this business is preying on hotshot truckers now because it's a lot of things that have not been told up front that most guys do not learn until they're too deep in the game to quit. Okay, so I'm hoping that even if just one person takes heed to the advice that's being given, it'll make me feel better to know that the truth is being put out there. Okay, so let's get to it. First off, as you guys know, broker, dispatch, sell insurance, the whole nine. Me and my partner started our authority with a hotshot truck. So I'm not speaking outside of my experience level. Okay. Outside of that, box truck and hot shot is basically in the same scenario, but I don't do box trucks, so I'm not even gonna speak on that. I'll leave that to somebody else. Okay, so let's get down to the basics. All right, because I'm trying to hit y'all with a lot of value in a little bit of time. So cool. First things first. People like hot shot because our dually truck is not a commercial vehicle, meaning you do not have to have CDL experience to go purchase a dually truck. You can go to your local Dodge, Ford, Chevy dealership and go get you a dually truck with your regular driver's license. No problemo. All right. If your credit's good enough, you can get it with no money down. Your average person, that is what they're going to do. They're going to go finance the best truck they can because common sense tells us that, hey, if I get a pretty much a brand new truck, my chances of breaking down are way less. And that point, you would be correct. But here's the other side of that that doesn't get talked about. Okay. A good truck like that, we're not even going to consider right now's market, because right now's market is crazy as far as cars, trucks, anything. Everything's higher right now, right? So we'll go back a couple years. All right. And let's say you can get a good brand new truck, 55,000, 60,000, right? Okay, so bam, now you got your truck. You're paying about anywhere from 800 to a little over $1,000 each month for this truck, right? Cool. You're like, hey, that ain't no problem. I heard I can make $1,000+ a day, so that's one day of work, right? Right. Okay, cool. So now let me tell you the difference between the hot shot and that semi. All right, in that semi, if you got a it don't even have to be new, but in the semi world, let's say it has under 200,000 miles on it, right? All right, you got under 200,000 miles. And in a year's time, you want to quit. You just don't like the business, you want to get out. You can pretty much get exactly what you paid for with that semi. You can get that back. All right. With that hot shot though, in a year, guess what? So in a regular car, because remember, a dually truck is not a commercial vehicle. Okay, so when you go to try to trade it in or sell it back, you're not going to the Freightliner dealership. You're going to a regular car dealership, right? And on average, I think they say a car does what, 15,000 miles, something like that in a year. All right, on average. But you put it into the OTR trucking. So you did 10,000 miles a month. So when that year is up, you have well over 100,000 miles on that vehicle. And this is not just 100,000 miles of just driving. You've been towing. You've been towing a trailer with weight on this truck for over a year. Who in their right mind is about to go and buy this truck from you at the same value that you paid for it? Show me where that works at. Because what I see is a whole bunch of guys trying to sell their equipment well over 100,000 miles on it. That's only maybe a year old, but they want $40,000, $50,000 for it, just for the truck. Who is going to pay for that? A regular citizen is not going to pay that. You may get some other sucker who wants to hop into the hotshot game to buy that from you, but all you did was just transfer your problems onto him, and then that person will surely be in the same position as the first guy, if not even in a worse position, because now the best years of that truck are already gone. All right. Before you know it, you're going to be looking at putting the transmission in there. And the transmission in these newer trucks is not cheap. You're looking at anywhere from 5 to 8 grand. Easy. Okay. So none of this stuff is talked about in the very beginning. So this is just step one, the equipment. Okay. Because you're not, you think you're cheating yourself. You think you're cheating the game by getting a truck that's easier to get. But it's a reason why it's easier to get. Okay. So that's one. A lot of people don't even know the history of Hotshot. Okay, Hotshot started in the oil field. All right, it was meant to be able to expedite products, pipe, whatever, from one field to another as fast as possible. Because if any of you guys ever worked in the oil field, the work does not stop. So when something needs to be there, they need it there yesterday. Okay, in Texas, this is very popular. Okay. Now, I'm not sure where along the line that people start realizing that, hey, not only can I do this in the oil field, can just make this a real deal trucking company and take this show on the road. All right. But as we know it now, this is literally one of the most popular business models. And every time I look around, there's a new video telling you guys how to get started in hotshot trucking. And don't even get me started with the non-CDL guys. Like, hey, no disrespect to my non-CDL brethren, but I'm not here to sugarcoat shit. The truth is, why would you get into professional driving without a professional driver's license? That don't make much sense. And they can tell you all they want to tell you about how much money is out here. That is false. All right. Everybody I know who is good at hotshot, specifically non-CDL, has already scaled up to a bigger setup, whether it be a CDL hotshot setup or going to a semi. But that's another story. Okay. I challenge you to find me somebody who's been out here for years, non-CDL, who has a real trucking company. And when I mean a real trucking company, I don't mean you got a job. Because a lot of you guys, all you did was you went and bought yourself a job. If you can't step away from that truck and it still makes money, you can't hire a driver to put in there, you don't have a business. You bought a job. Okay. But let me not get ahead of myself. Okay. So now, the truck is the easiest part for Hotshot. It is literally the easiest part is getting the truck. Okay. Now, after you get that truck, what about the trailer? Okay. Because a trailer is commercial equipment. So now you're going to go to these places and you're going to be looking to get your trailer. And they're going to say, hey, how many years of experience do you have in this business? Of course, you're brand new, so you have zero. So unless you have immaculate credit, which most people do not because they thought that this was their way to get in, they were about to make all of this money. They didn't know all of the factors that came behind once you got this truck, right? So now they've been calling every place around and nobody will finance them a trailer, even when you got the money in hand. All right. And you don't have enough money to go pay for your trailer cash. So what do? I see this all the time. What's the power only for Hotshot? What's the power only load board for Hotshot? Listen, that shit don't exist. It does not exist, fam. Yes, you got your people out of Gary, Indiana, hauling the campers and other places, but that shit don't make no real money. Let's keep it real, fam. Like, you guys did not get in this to run at $1 something a mile, fam. And guess what? When you go drop that camper off, unless they got another camper for you to come back home, how you gonna get back? Because a lot of these guys are deadhead. And I ain't talking about deadhead 200-300 miles. I mean 6, 7, 8, 900 miles they're deadheading back to get another load. Now, if you only getting paid $1 something, even $2 a mile, and you got a deadhead back, where's the money that you made? All right. Where is this money that you made? That everybody looks good when you take a picture of your load and everybody's happy for you, but they don't know the background. They don't know the breakdown. They don't know that you really maybe broke even. Okay. On this power only Hotshot stuff. Okay. That is a myth. Stop getting to this game thinking that you're going to compete with semis. Semis are built for OTR lifestyle, not hotshot trucks. There is no other way to put it. You can put a sleeper in there all you want, but that little sleeper does not compare to that big boy sleeper that's in a semi. It just is what it is, family. And guess what? You go get that trailer. You didn't go get a 40-foot trailer to go locally and be around your city. That's going to be very inconvenient. And there's not many shippers who need something shipped 5-10 miles down the road. They're not going to be paying you great money for that. All right. So once again, we're going to get to this and break this down step by step as quickly as I can to give you guys a quick overview of why hotshot trucking is for suckers. Okay. So look. When you get into this, most of you guys have no clue what type of freight you're going to move. You didn't even look into having a game plan on how you're going to actually make money with the truck. You just know that you heard something about there's a load board with plenty of freight. As long as you're able to maneuver the load board, you'll be good. That is false. Here's why. The load board is not meant for smaller equipment type, sprinter van, box truck, hot shot, you name it. The load board is not equipped for smaller setups. Okay. So now here you are, you're green. Okay. You're green, brand new, day one of experience. You're very excited on what you want to do. You got your load board account. Bam. Now you're ready to go. So now you're looking on here and you're trying to search for something that'll fit on your trailer and you can't find anything. So you don't know what to do. And finally, the first thing pops up, going 400 miles, paying $600. And you're so scared, you want to negotiate, but you don't know how for real. And this broker on the other end knows you're a hot shot with the new authority. They are about to run you through the ringer. And guess what? You're going to take that load and you're going to take many more like it because you don't know that you just got into a game that's not built for you. Because truthfully, the best freight, especially for a hot shot, is not going to be found on the load board, family. But then, okay, I already know what your rebuttal is going to be. Well, hey, I'm a great salesman. I ain't afraid to go find no freight. Bet. Well, you're going to need to be in this hotshot world, right? But here's the kicker. Are you going to have that direct freight in every city or every region of the country? Because if your shipper's in Atlanta, Georgia, but they send you all over the country, what you going to do when they send you to North Dakota? What you going to do when they send you to Wyoming or to Miami, Florida, or to places where you don't have any freight? Now you get on the load board. There's no freight for you to get out of there at a profit. All right. You didn't have any other strategy set up. Okay. In a semi, it doesn't matter if you suck at networking and finding direct freight. You can live off the spot market and still make a profit. This is a fact. Everybody's so, oh, I don't use the load board. Listen, I broker too, and I'm telling you, you can find $3+ a mile freight no matter what trailer type on the semi all day long on the load board. These are facts. In a hot shot, that is very, very few and far between. Okay. If I go right now and I posted a load for $2 a mile for a hot shot anywhere around the country within 5 minutes, I will have over 10 to 15 phone calls for people ready to book that load. You have these guys tell you stuff if they want to. I'm telling you facts. If there's a broker in here that's watching this video who does hot shot freight, leave in the comments below and tell these guys the truth. The competition level for hot shot freight is unmatched. Okay. And I said $2 a mile, and these guys will call and book it with no negotiation. This is what you're up against. Okay. So if you thinking that you're going to get out here with no plan and you're going to be able to book $3-4 a mile anywhere around the country and you're just going to be able to roll like a semi, that is false. Okay. And I'm going to do another video on that more in depth, but we're just breaking down some of the reasons why hot shot trucking is for suckers. Okay. So look, the other common thing you'll hear is, oh, my overhead is way lower with a hot shot. The only thing that's lower is your diesel bill. And that's about it. All right. And that's simply because you don't hold as much diesel as a semi does. That is the only reason why. Your insurance is going to be the same, if not higher. Okay. Because remember, you're doing OTR. So you still have all of the same regulations that a semi would have. The only difference between a hot shot and a semi is you don't have to do a 2290. Okay. That is the only difference. So you saving about $500 in the grand scheme of things when it comes to registering your business properly for FMCSA requirements, right? We talking $500. It's basically all you're saving. You still need IFTA, you still need IRP, you still need insurance, you still need drug consortium, you still need all of these things that a semi would need, okay? You still have to go, and guess what? Hotshot guys are picked on the most. So you're going to have way more inspections than a semi ever would. All right. Once again, these are facts. If you've been in this business, you know what I mean. You guys chime in and let some of these new guys know what's real out here. Let's stop all this nonsense. You're not about to be out here averaging $9,000-$10,000 a week in a hot shot. That has to stop. And let me tell you something. For you to make good money in a hot shot, you're going to work your ass off. You're going to work. You're going to go to places that people in the semi would never have to go. You're going to have to go to the New Yorks.